What was the best you have no power here moment you have ever seen? I used to work for a super cunty manager when I worked at McDonald's. This guy was horrible to us. He was constantly bullying us, shit-talking us to customers, and doing everything in his power to make us miserable. Well, so many people complained about him that he ended up getting fired. New manager was great. He was super chill and understanding with us all. A couple weeks after he took over, the old douchebag comes in and starts talking about how terrible the store looks, how our service is shittier than ever, and how much this store needs him. The new manager looked at him and said, "If you don't leave, then the cops are gonna make you." When the douchebag didn't move, new awesome manager stuck to his guns and called the cops. The douchebag is no longer allowed on any McDonald's property in the city and has a restraining order against him. You can't time travel, but your phone has the internet from 5 years in the future. What do you search for first? Lottery numbers, stock prices, my name. You may ask why my name, but it's very simple, as I then can learn if I died until then or got caught for some shit and are still in prison. Edit. Whoa, I didn't expect anything. Many thanks for the awards and upvotes. You're gifted 24 straight hours where you and your pet, are suddenly able to understand each other and have real conversations like your old bffs just catching up on lost time. What would you want to tell them and how would you want to spend those hours with them? I'd take mine up to the mountains, hike, camp, and just get to know the real them. What makes them happy? Sad. Why do they pee on my husband's pillow? I would tell them how much I truly love them and always will. How happy they make me. Why I don't want them barking at the mail carrier and the very nice UPS guy. Redditors who work at remote places like forest officers, oil rig workers, etc., what creepy things have you noticed while at work? I work on North Sea oil rigs on an ad hoc basis, off the coast of Scotland. Wouldn't say anything was particularly paranormal creepy, but it can be very unsettling weird place. Fog can come rolling in out of nowhere and other rigs you can see off the sides can disappear in front of your eyes. Sometimes you can't see the walkways 6 feet in front of you, or if you're walking over grading you can't see the sea below your feet, about 60 m down from feck to sea, but you can hear it. Albeit muffled. The fog can roll in over the course of a few minutes too, so a perfectly clear day becomes pea soup. You can also feel the rig moving, swaying on high winds, rough seas. Even though it's a fixed leg platform. Very unnerving to feel your office swaying when it shouldn't be. My last trip was my first ever night shift and I found it particularly unsettling as you've got the background noise of the plant, but I walked around the whole rig without seeing another living soul. For the whole shift, usually there are about 130 people on board, although smaller rigs have smaller headcounts. Usually once a trip I'm hit by this awareness that you are just very isolated and in the middle of nowhere. Most rigs I've worked on are an hour's chopper ride from land. So if things go wrong it can escalate very quickly. Adults of Reddit, what is something every teenager needs to know? The measure of whether someone has the potential to be a new friend of yours is not whether they like a bunch of things you like. It is entirely possible to become friends with people who like a ton of things you've never heard of, or even already decided you dislike. You are at a spot in life where a lot of your likes and dislikes are subject to change anyway. Biggest thing, making a new friend often takes time. Lots of time. Much longer than movies and shows make it look like. Find things to do, groups to join, city league sports to play, pandemic permitting, or after, and keep learning about the people you see repeatedly. Far too many early 20s people who report having no friends made a premature judgment that one or more prospective friends were off the list, when it just needed a lot more time. Adults of Reddit, what is something that sucks about being an adult that most teenagers don't realize? If teenage me knew that 40-year-old me has a virtual reality headset I almost never use, he'd cut our dick off out of spite. Edit, Reddit Gold is a waste of money. What's the dumbest way you've gotten a scar? I have a scar on my forearm from a weaponized paper airplane I taped razor blades to and launched with a rubber band. Edit, holy crap, had no idea what I was getting into when I posted this. Thanks for the upvotes and awards everyone. Going to try and post some pictures. Edit photos of the monstrosity. Sadly, this happened when I was 22, in the Air Force as a 3D0X2. It sliced my forearm open on launch. I enlisted the help of another member of our shop to help me destroy the evidence and drive me to the base hospital to get stitches. Doctors of Reddit, what are the dead giveaway signs that someone is faking? Whenever the symptoms aren't there when the patient doesn't know they're being watched. I had someone fake a stroke recently and walked in on her walking around her room independently, after pretending to be limp on her left side. Letting us take complete care of her and wiping her butt for her. It was wild, y'all. Formerly suicidal Redditors, what's something that kept you alive a little while longer and helped you to get through the dark times in your lives? If you ever need help, then please know that there are many qualified people who would like to help you. https://www.iasb.info/resources/crisis centers. http://www.befrienders.org. http://www.suicidepreventionline.org/gethelp/leafylinechat.aspx. https://transleafyline.org USNCA. http://www.samaritans.org/how-we-can-help-you-UK. https://www.leafyline.org.au/get-helpo. There are crisis services worldwide that are trained to provide support. They are designed to give temporary relief from feelings that are overwhelming you, and while they are unlikely to fix any underlying problems, can help you get through a tough hour/night/week. Chat services are usually available on these sites. In the US, calling 211 or going to their website is a free referral source. They have providers who will see you regardless of your ability to pay. Just as you would see a doctor when you are sick, you deserve to take care of your mental health.
And then she kissed my face, yeah. I'm falling. I was all in.